So you might ask if I actually purchased my concert ticket today. And I must say, I was looking on the internet and I realized it does actually say where the tickets, what areas the tickets are at. So I've still got my two choices. I was going to review them either tonight or tomorrow off the internet. Because when you're on your computer, it's different than on your phone. And so on your phone, the information doesn't seem as thorough, but on your computer, it's more thorough, or you can see it more clearly or something. And I haven't bought the ticket yet, but I sort of really want to. But I really, really want to buy the one that's like a $700 ticket, and it's right at the front in a corner close to a door, so I get fresh air. Um, The only thing I stopped going to that area because it's not just one of the most expensive tickets. I guess I might have felt at one stage it was just a waste of time to waste money on that ticket. I never get sick of calling the police because there are sex fiends every time you're on the floor, and they circulate around the floor at a certain time during the concert, and I'm like, I don't want to get caught in that kind of thing. I just want to sit and watch. I don't want to be like in theatrical event having some sort of semi orgy on a stage. So, I mean, on a floor, and or needing to call the police to stop it. So, I'm not really. Something about the floor makes me irk, and I'm like thinking, I'm not sure if that's the best place to watch a concert. I know it's closer. It's not the closest. It's closer to the stage than other areas, but I sort of feel as though it might be just a waste of money, and I'm not keen on spending over $500 on a ticket, and that's like, I there are perfectly good seats for 350 or 370 or something, which is a more affordable price, and there's higher seats. I don't want to go high though. I'm only looking at the lower floors because I couldn't be bothered walking up the stairs. Sometimes the top, usually the top level is not just the highest. It's you got the worst people up there, and then the second highest is like better people, and the third highest is real big problem. So I don't really like to walk up the stairs anyways, because you have to walk up these rickety old metal steps, and you feel like you're going to slip on them, or it's hard to walk up and down them, and I don't want to walk up and down them. So I'm really only focused on either the floor or the first area on the level one. I don't want to go level two or level three because I don't want to walk up those stairs really. I'd go to level two maybe, but I don't want to go to level three. I hate having to climb up higher and higher to get to something. I'd rather just walk and sit, you know. I don't want to climb stairs and climb up and down them and have problems. um, so I'm sort of, but some on level two are only like $150, and I'm like, maybe I should like lower my attitude and just buy $150 my limit. Um, but I don't know. I don't know what to choose. I'm so confused, and it's really confusing, and I don't know which one to go for. Like my instincts keep pushing me. Oh, go to the $700 one, and I'm like, why would I just go dive for that $700 one? It's right at the front. I'll probably get picked up by someone who wants sex. The sex is bad, not good. I might have to call the police. I might have to make myself an obstacle, or not an obstacle. Be something people watch. Like people around you are watching, and you're like one of these dumb people who are in the middle of everything. And it's like I don't. yeah, I'm not really. I want to do it, but I don't too. Like originally, I wanted to go to the corner bit, be closest to the door because it's closest to this fresh air. You got the wind coming through the doorway, and it's giving you like a breath of air. And I like to feel that. I like to feel like airy. But then I realized, I think I found the first floor balcony, like the circular bit, quite good to sit at many times. And I've sat there a few times. Um, and I've even been picked up to go and stage from there too. So I was thinking, oh, maybe the three, like it's 360 or so, or 370 for the tickets there, and that's half price of the front one, and then it keeps you safe from any of the sexual attacks that happen like after halfway through the concert, and but I'm terrified of choosing the wrong seat. And being with a group of people I don't want to sit with and not close enough to the door and stuff. So I'm feeling a mixture of weird feelings and I don't know what to choose, and haven't chosen any tickets, and I've been milling on it for like 2 days, and I'm like, I'm still not closer to deciding what kind of ticket I want, and I'm like, I don't know what to choose. I can afford anything, literally, but I don't really want to pay $700 for a ticket. I'd rather pay $150. If I don't want to walk up to level 2, I can, make do with the 360 or 70, which is probably going to get add for them to print the ticket and send it to you. That makes it like $400, and it's like, well, that's better, a lot better for me, my budgeting. But I just don't know. I don't know what to choose. It's so upsetting. Really. But not half of it upsetting, as though if I were to go to the concert with the thought that I might be able to get on stage and see the singer and see what he does, and then have him not choose you, have him choose someone younger, prettier, without grey hair. And that wouldn't be as upsetting as though if I met him and he said, "Oh, you look ugly," or "You look fat," or "Is that you?" or "Is that, you know, he literally cannot rip off my clothes because um, I've got skin problems. One time, I got on stage and he was like, started to lift up my shirt, and then he saw that I had something there, and then he put it down and started hugging me and singing, and it was like, it was good when he's normal. I like him when he's normal, but um, I have to keep reminding myself not to put out expectations because they're younger, much prettier people, and with you being normal and looking old, it's like, probably like people don't even admire you anymore. So, um, and so I have to just do like what I feel is best. And right now I'm really confused as to what seat to choose. I want to choose the side now that I've realized that there are probably going to be sex fiends on the floor. But I would hate to choose a side and then be like, oh, I'm not having a good time. Oh, I've got COVID because I didn't sit on the side like I was going to. But the thing about that side bit is that it can feel worse there because you're like, not just in the limelight, but you're like, just the energy, the feeling that's around you. It's like, it's not always as more comfortable than anywhere else. And then I remembered, I think the second balcony is it's actually quite good. So then I said, oh, maybe I should buy the $150 ticket because it's so much cheaper. I'm not spending half my bank account on it, and I'm probably just gonna have a bad time anyways. Just going there just to see this guy that I don't really especially like sing. I mean, I like him, but I don't. Like, I find it hard to really fall in love with his singing. But have have a one of my favorite songs come up, and yeah, I like the song, but it's also like I don't like him too, and I'm like, uffing and ahhing, why I could put myself through this just to see him in concert, and I'm like, well, because I feel like it. Like, sometimes it's a drag being under lock and key, living with people who might not want you to live with them tomorrow and stuff, and I just go, screw it, I'm gonna break out like 3 times this week. I've had like a temper tantrum inside my mind, and I'm like, well, screw you, I'm gonna go to this concert, and if they invite me to a car, I might even go into the car, sort of thing. um, because literally, like, I've been asked probably over 8 times to get into a car or to go on stage or something, and I'm like, it's a good possibility that someone might ask me, even though I'm not as young and I'm not as pretty as I was. It's possible. and but it's also probable that they'll ask someone younger or someone else to go on stage, and they're like going, oh, but I saw you, paid all this money. So I'm disenchanted now. I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? Why go to a concert? Why, meet weirdos and have weird people all around you, possibly get picked up, possibly have someone attack you, possibly have someone try to abduct you after the show, and all these other things. It's like, why do I do this to myself? I'm just going this just to be like on my own, doing it as my thing, a thing that I do on my own, and I'm like, I'm not going there with protection. I'm just going there, and it's going to be such a drag to go there and not know what you're putting yourself in for. And it's like, why on earth am I doing this to myself? And it's just to be like rebellious, or just to be like break out of the norm, or just to try and see if he wants to say hello, or just to see if he wants to invite you in his car and stuff. And I'm like, why on earth am I doing that to myself? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's just an idea. Because I don't know what's going to happen. It's scary. And I listen to Britney Spears. Like, I'm going to have to stay in a hotel, and I'm going to be rolling up there, probably in a bus, listening to Britney Spears to keep my nerves calm, taking a few anti-stress pills before I go to make sure that my mood's pretty calm. And then I'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what it's going to be like. And that floor thing, I just remember like seeing people merge from one side to the other all the time, and I remember seeing it from the balcony. I'm like, I'm glad I'm not there. But when you're there, you don't necessarily realize that people like pre-plan to attack other people on the floor only, and then I started to remember that, and I was like, I've survived a few times on the floor. I stopped doing the floor because I didn't really want to spend so much money, but I survived a couple of times. But I don't know. But then later on, I saw people that, I don't know, it makes me queasy. But the floor is one of my favorite spots, but I really like the side bit where it's close to the door, because you got the air coming into the door, and it's making you feel calmer and better and less confined. And I'm like, that's like one of my favorite spots, but I'm scared now that I've remembered that people attack you halfway through the show, and I'm like, now I'm being a wuss, and I'm like, I really should just go for that lower balcony. And then I'm like, but it's on the other side. I was looking online, and it's on the other side, and I want to be close to the doorway, and it's all the way on the other side, and I don't know what the energy is going to be like over there. and I probably won't even be picked to go to stage there. So I probably won't be picked anyway. But I'm spending half the amount of money to be there, and it's like, I, that's what I said. I'm so confused. I don't know what to do. I'm so lost. It's weighing me down with depression because I'm so lost within my mind what I should be doing. And I'm like, I definitely want to go, but I don't know which seat to choose. And I'm like, it's so depressing. It's depressing me like really heavily. I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. So I'm really sad now because I just don't know what to do. I don't know which seat to choose. Like, I was going to spend some time, like, I'll probably be spending half an hour tossing and turning the idea, but I'm really irked off by that realization that people are sexually attacked on the floor. It's like, and I'm here thinking, my mind's telling me to just buy the $700 ticket. It's close to the door, I'll get fresh air. It's close to the stage, I'll get a good view. But then I, had that memory of people being sexually attacked, and I'm like, oh, but I don't want to be one of those idiots standing there and having people sexually attack you, halfway through the show. And I'm like, it's so sad because it's like one of the places that I had wanted to book in the first place, and now it's really expensive. And if I buy it, I'm gonna be so sad if I'm sexually attacked by anyone. If anyone, so I don't know. It's either that or the sides or the second level. I'm not going up to the third level. I just hate the third level so much. The people there are so really big tosser. No, sometimes they're okay, but you have to like call the cops to calm them down and be like, oh, someone's saying things to me and trying to do this and that, and then a cop or security guard comes along and says, are you trying to say something? You gotta calm down, or otherwise, we'll chuck you out and stuff. But the same thing can happen on the floor. Like if you find that people are like come to attack you, you can call the police and they can come in and say, hey, this isn't friendly. I've even been on stage with a singer before, and I've called the police, and he's like been threatening me or attacking me somehow, and I'd be like, oh, and I phoned the police on my mobile when I was on the stage, and they came and they stopped the show for like a few minutes until the singer let me go and stuff, and I'd be like but it's really wild, and I don't know why I do it, really. I don't know why I want to do it, but I want to because I just like to just like go like screw everything and screw everyone. No, I don't do that. I'm like just breaking away from what I normally do to see something. I would almost wish that I didn't even get to be chosen for something, but I don't want to be chosen for something and then something go weird, like someone threaten you or something, and then be like having a bad time. I just want to be like told something positive or given a nice smile, be sung to. But if I don't lose my weight, I'm going to be looking like such a nimby, and seriously, I'm like so overweight. And I've been trying to lose a bit of weight, but I'm probably just going to be like how I am now, like still like quite overweight, and I'm like, I probably look so stupid, but I wouldn't mind it. But I don't know. But the tickets just, I don't know. I haven't bought the ticket yet, and it might be like a week for me to buy it, and I shouldn't take so long because those tickets are selling really, really fast, and I'm like, by the end of the year, by the end of the month, there might not be a ticket left. It really depends. And I'm like so upset that I'm going to be upset if I choose a $700 ticket and I get attacked. Like, if it's normal, I won't care, but if I get attacked, I'll be like, and if I faint because someone's got the wrong energy, it's like, I won't like it once again and stuff, and I just want to have a great time, and I don't want to spend $700 and have a bad time, and have someone attack me, have someone say something stupid, or not have the right energy or something. I want everything to be perfect, and there's no way of knowing whether it is or not going to be perfect or not. So I doubt it's going to be perfect. I bet, someone's going to give me COVID or something, seriously. And it's not even the best view. It's just a good location for watching things. And it's right at the back, and it's right at the side. I don't know. But like I said, I'm so sad right now because I don't know what to choose. So got a headache. I might even sleep on it. I can't make up my mind tonight.